sisters, we're going to have, family, we're going to have some haters in the building tonight. The first time that I hear the haters coming at me, going crazy, and not hearing the presentation, I'm getting you up out of here. It is what it is. Hold on.
Hey, these guys, man. Oh, tapping, misrepresenting the lessons. Yeah, you screaming black power, but what the hell is the progression? Oh, tapping, misrepresenting the lessons. Yeah, you screaming black power, but what the hell is the progression? Oh, tapping. And y'all falling for this?
So back to what I was saying. On the real, I'm blocking anybody that's antagonizing tonight. I'm blocking you because this is a serious issue. I'm blocking anybody. If you came here to antagonize, I'll unblock you later if you send me a request. If it's not that serious, stay away. If you come here to antagonize, I'm telling you now, I'm going to block you. You know what I mean? If you come in here, I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to say it in the middle of the show. If you come here to antagonize, I'm going to block you because I consider this a serious issue. You know, this is not an issue. This is not an issue that we should be taking lightly. That we do, and I think so, and I'm just not saying this for a YouTube view. Shout out to Canon Camera. I'm not saying this for a YouTube view. My brother Lord Merkel. I'm not saying this for a YouTube view. I'm not saying this to keep some conflict going. I believe that Michael Edwards is an FBI informant. You don't have to believe that. I'm going to share with you why I believe that. And it's up to you to make a decision from there. You follow me? You know what I mean? The point of the matter is, we have an elder that is being slandered. We have an elder that's being slandered unjustly. And not only has this elder been slandered unjustly, he has been slandered for over 10 years. For over 10 years, this slander has been going on. This slander has survived for over 10 years. Yet, this slander, it survived in Moorish circles. Before I get into the story, let me say this. First and foremost, I rise, giving praise to the great God of the universal law. I give honor to the noble, illustrious Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And I give honor to all of y'all for coming into this chat tonight. As I said, I'm not going to be worked up. I'm not going to get too turned up. I might. But right now, this is not the time because this is a serious issue. We have one issue where I'm exposing a guy that I believe to be an FBI informant. And I'm really saying that I really believe that. And I'm going to show you the proof why I believe that. That's number one. Number two, we have an elder that's being slandered. And he has been slandered for over 10 years. Over 10 years. Over 10 years. First, let me show you who I'm talking about, family. I'm going to direct your attention. I'm going to split screen real quick and direct your attention to our brother, your brother too, who has been laboring for the Moorish Temple of America all the days of his life. Brother D. Bailey. Brother D. Bailey is the older brother right here that Dolo Demore got his arm around. Well-respected brother. This is D. Bailey. This is the one that they want to call the pedophile. This is the one that they want to call the molester. This is the one that they spread this crazy, ridiculous rumor about. And as we get into this presentation, I want everybody to remember, I'm not defending D. Bailey. I want everybody to remember, I'm not defending D. Bailey. What I'm doing is I'm presenting common sense so we can address this thing that has been going around for over 10 years. And one might say, well, why haven't anybody addressed it before now. Let me stop this for a minute and let's use common sense. One may say, why is it that nobody addressed it to now? Well, my response to that is, it has been addressed, but on a Moorish level, there has not been a platform to get the word out. There's Michael Edwards is the informant. That's the second half of the show. So it has not been a Moorish platform that stood in the defense of common sense and rational thought to get the word out, to give a critical analysis of the allegations or the rumors. So that's what we're going to do tonight. With that being said, I think I got my brother, Talik L right there. Are you there, my brother? If he's dead, then I'll let him come in. I'm also going to, Talik L, Islam, my brother. Introduce yourself before we get into this presentation, family. Your mic is muted. Unmute your mic. Your mic. Hold up. Let me help you out real quick. Let me see if I can.
Am I muted now?
You good to go, my brother. You looking like new money. Let me hold something.
True. Let me hold something. Yeah, praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. First I rise. First I rise and I give highest praise to Father God Allah, the creator, sustainer of the universe. I rise and I give high honors to all his illustrious prophets, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha. I rise and I give highest honors to his illustrious noble prophet, Prophet Noble Ali. Honors to the forerunner Marcus Hosea Garvey. I rise and give high honors to the Moorish Simple America, the Moorish Divine National Movement, all leaders past and present, from Supreme Grand Sheik Edward Miliel, who was first chosen and appointed by our prophet, down to the current Supreme Grand Sheik David Bailey. I rise and give high honors to the Supreme Grand Council and the Grand Body and all those who are watching Moorish World TV. And to you, Brother Taharka Bey.
Islam, brother. Islam. So talk to me,
yes.
brother. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, let me just it's not, first of all, this matter is definitely a serious matter. I want to first say that first let me introduce myself. I'm Talik L, but on record in the temple, I'm Terrence Parker L. I am the National Press Secretary. I didn't ask to be that, but this is what appointment is. When people see you do certain things and they think you have a talent in something, they put you where they feel that you can do your best. So when this matter came up, I talked to Taharka and I was like, I have to step up in representation of the organization and let them know what the situation, how serious this is. Just to let you know, I've been in the movement since actually 2013 with this grand body, but I've been around the Moorish paradigm since 2007, maybe 2006. That's when I got aware of it. But basically, I'm here now in assistance with Brother D. Bailey Ill and those who are under his leadership and the Supreme Grand Council leadership. We want to definitely try to get this matter cleared up, rectified in a sense. It was an ugly rumor I came across when I was in the movement in the beginning, not even a full member. In my orientation in this movement, this rumor came about. But we're here today, and hopefully we can shed some light on it and let people know, that rumors are rumors. I've been a victim of rumors in my past that could have damaged my reputation. But being that a movement is open to uplift the fallen humanity and people are sincerely looking for a home, the fellowship, the branch or attach a rumor onto someone, especially an elder, is, to me is very definitely show that there's a lack of value of values, lack of valor within a lot of the brothers in this movement across board. So it doesn't matter what grand body you're a part of, because we know we have to have more respect for elders, what I'm saying, and not more respect for power. We know that in the teachings, power is an illusion. Will have effect, one day, and then, it goes away. So instead of worrying about the force, saying which Allah is the force, saying, you're worrying about power. And then most people are focused on power, and they want power within this organization. So they cop out rumors, to put themselves in power. So Mo, if you mind, I would like to read something. Is that okay?
No, come on, more. We going in. If they don't have the patience, then that's on them. But we're gonna go in and we're gonna clear this up. Come on, my brother.
All right, let me just read this officially. This something I composed. I just want to say that to all Moorish Americans, sympathizers, and interests of all kinds, on behalf of the Moorish Science Temple of America, the Grand Body, I would like to first extend apologies for not expressing a sense of concern or clarity and not properly addressing the matter for the public. Let me clarify that when I said that. When I said the apologies is because we underestimated how far this will go. Rumors coming from somebody, you hear rumors, and brother Bailey, he's from the old school. You hear something like that, you brush it off, because that's not, it ain't, like I was told when I was young, if it's not true, don't worry about it. You see, because it's not true. You're just gonna brush it off. You know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily something that anybody will focus on, because they know the person who copped out the rumor, who did the rumor, whoever it was, is looking for a reaction, and not necessarily, anything of moral, or anything of true sincerity in making claims like that. You know what I'm saying? So when I say that, for not addressing it, because we underestimated that it would reach out. Like you said before, early in the show, it was amongst all the those in the Moorish circle, and not even all the Moorish circle, not even the whole Moorish, the Moorish whole, the whole Moorish community. It was only within those who knew certain people, who heard the rumor. All right. So let me continue to go on. We underestimated that the rumor would spread as it has, but due to social media's influence and reach, this rumor / slander about our beloved Supreme Grand Sheik Bailey, the rumor came about due to former members who were removed from the movement due to money laundering, which we know that according to our Prophet Noble Drali, the removal is a just course of action. And in retaliation, these former members derived the rumor in order to recompense them being moved. So in that sense, it's just saying, as you can say, from basically face value, that move, or this is basically a power move, and it has been that they made since the time of these so-called former members were removed. And this was a situation that they copped out the story in order to, as some people say, save face, because they were caught red-handed. The issue, the sad issue about it, though, Brother Taharka, is that we don't even want to go into all that, but is that, and I don't want to go linger into that whole removals thing, because like I said, though they will remain nameless, those who were removed, but those who were removed, they weren't really caught. Bailey really didn't have nothing to do with it in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? It was other members who brought forth the issue of them needing to be removed. And Bailey Hill being, who he is, saying, well, we don't have enough evidence at the time. So the things had to go on, things had to be pushed aside until more evidence. But there was a trial that was held. Well, it was a trial held, was supposed to be held, but those individuals did not show. No show. So the second trial was held, there was no show. So at that, it was you're being brought up on charges. You have to appear. If you do not appear, then we have to go to the next action. Basically, you're found guilty. You know what I'm saying? So the save face, you know, the confusion, this is what started the confusion. You know, and then you say, well, you know, as you see in the video with Michael Edwards, he's saying that our Supreme, you know, that's part of the rumor, our Supreme Grand Sheik was removed. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the confusion, what it was is a split. You know, where that person, those people who were removed, you know, they took those who were in loyalty with them, and not shedding or sharing the information of why they're removed, keeping everything in the dark. Then, in order to keep those from asking questions or even acquiring or even having a curiosity to go over and speak to Bailey, they cop up some type of excuse of, you know, him being a pedophile and so forth and so on. You know, because no one's going to talk to anybody who has that title to their name. Oh, you're a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? You're pretty much lower than scum. You know, if you have that title attached to you. You know, that's something that, you know, they say someone who's been blacklisted or shamed in society, that's definitely it. You know what I'm saying? Someone who's been blacklisted and shamed in society, you know, even that, you know, some people do that over market schemes and all that type of, you know, this crazy stuff. But when they have, something like pedophile, that's even lower than, that's something that nobody cares to have that on, you know. And if anybody comes in contact with somebody with that, you know, there's no further discussion. There's no other desire to ask, can I join your grand body? Or I don't even want to have a conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? If that happens, you know, and that was the issue. That was the issue with copying up this rumor, because no one's going to ask a question. You know, nobody wants to be in line with someone who has that attached to them. You know what I'm saying? And this is the dark cloud that's been following us for a while since then. You know, and it's a shame because it's not Bailey Ill's cloud. It's not his cloud. You know what I'm saying? But someone tries to paint an image of an elder, which I'm still upset about. You know what I'm saying? I'm highly upset about, because it's an elder. People like to go up to this brother, shake his hand, take pictures with him, smile, all these type of things. But nobody comes to his defense when it's time to come to his defense. And I think that's just a shame. I think it's highly disrespectful.
Islam.
Yeah, I think it's very disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? For anyone to shake hands with somebody, you know, be buddy with them, stand up on rostrums, tell them that you love this man, or you love this individual, or you have high respect for Belial. You know, this man will send anything to you. Belial, what you need. Belial will send you any records, documents you need about the movement. You know what I'm saying? He'll send anything. He'll talk to you about anything. His phone is a revolving door. I'll say his phone is a revolving door, you know, because he'll give his number out to anybody. I remember in 2008, and I don't want to, you know, go labor on too long, Mo, but I remember in 2008 when I was just an inkling, when I met the brother Shalom Shahid El. I met him at a Sufi event in Brooklyn, in Harlem. I was in Harlem, and I asked him about the temple, and the brother Sufi Bey was with me, and he said, "Yeah, brother Shiloh is in the temple." And I asked him about the temple, and he gave me Bailey Ill's number, and I called Bailey Ill. This is way, like I said, this is 2007, and 2007, 2008, and I called him, and I said, you know, I talked to him just for a little bit. He probably don't remember that call, but I had called him just the interest, you know what I'm saying? But his phone was always available to talk to brothers if they're interested in learning about anything, you know, anything. You know what I'm saying? His phone is open even to those Moors who's over with the Moors who were removed. There's Moors over there who call. We talked to Bailey Ill. You know what I'm saying? Bailey Ill is open. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't got nothing to hide. That's why it's like, who's going to talk about a ridiculous rumor that has no evidence, you know, of even substantiate? When I came into the movement, you know, officially, we actually on social media, Facebook, we called out those Moors who made those claims, or those who were under him, under those Moors who made those claims. And we said, who is this individual who claimed that Bailey did such things? Who is, you know, let us speak to him. Let us do the job. Let us go ahead.
Let me get into my presentation.
Am I going too far?
Yeah.
I go too far.
You roll it, boy. You roll it, boy. Let me get into my presentation. I see the scroll going up, and people are asking, who is it that made these rumors? Let me tell you this, family. This is an old thing from 2004. So we're not going to turn up any old or pick any old scabs. What we're going to do is give a presentation as to the validity of the story, the rumor, and the accusation, or we're going to discredit it. One or the other. That is what it is. But we're not gonna scratch any old wounds, because that's water under the bridge. We have families in all different parts of the Moorish paradigm, and there is no need to cause strife for a brother that will never ever believe in Moorish science. Of course, I mean, I can't say for now. Let me take it back. For a brother who most likely, of all intentions and purposes, probably would never be a part of the Moorish Science Temple of America. And I'm talking about the federale Michael Edwards. So I'm not going to appease him by going at other Moors for something that has been dead since 2004. So we're not going to go to that. You know what I mean? We're not even going to go through that, family. And I hope that you respect that. You know, I hope that you respect that, because this guy, he came in here. You know what I mean? This guy has came in within the past few years. He stirred it up with SaNeter, and I stirred up with SaNeter too, but that was the alley-oop, so I could take it and really teach people something. He stirred it up with Zion Lex. He stirred it up with Jabbar. He stirred it up. Everybody he get in contact with, he stirred up until he's an island to himself. And then SaNeter pulls him in. But that's another story. But I will not appease him. You know what I mean? I will not appease him by allowing him to cause the distraction and allow Moors to go at Moors over something that's old. But we will address it once and for all. Now, here we go. But I just wanted to touch on that real quick because people was asking the questions. So here we go. Back in the 80s. Back in the 80s, a lot of people had been starting Moorish groups. A lot of people have been leaving one Moorish groups and creating temples, etc., etc. Quite a few people found out that Bailey was functioning within his house, Moorish Science Temple of America. After further investigation, they found out that the brother was linked to the first appointed Supreme Grand Sheik of the Moorish Science Temple of America, which is Bailey. Now, UNMM, if these guys that made the rumors want to talk about it, we'll talk about it. But if they don't want to, I'll leave it alone. That's just what it is. Now, all right. So check this out. When they found out that he was connected to Bailey, who was the first appointed Supreme Grand Sheik, don't get it twisted. He was the first appointed by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and that means that he was the successor of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. That's just what it is. When they discovered that, a lot of people that had no temple homes, if you will, begin to connect themselves to Bailey. Upon further research, they found out that he had the grand body intact from 1929. Before then, they thought the grand body had dissolved and didn't exist. So people began to find out, hold up, this is the original grand body. And that's what people begin to call it. Now, the person that actually started this rumor, it is said that that person is the one that called it the original grand body, or the prophet's grand body, if you will. Coined the phrase, or he was amongst the group that coined the phrase. Now check this out. Because again, I don't want to cause any confusion over things that's already been did with people that ain't going to subscribe to more science anyway. I'm not going to appease this devil, Satan, Lucifer, beast, dragon and beast. I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is this: they thought it had dissolved, yet it wasn't dissolved. Now, the reason why they knew it wasn't dissolved, because they had a line of Supreme Grand Sheiks to date back from Emeliel all the way up to D. Bailey. Again, this is real. This was the point. The point that I'm making. Everybody, and I got to say this for clarity, everybody outside of the leadership of Jones Bay, Our Love L, which is the Moorish Science Temple of America Incorporated. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody. Flock to the brother. Flock to the brother. Now let me answer this brother UNMTV. Brother, this brother said a person family can't be a grand body. It wasn't just his family, it was just a few people, which confirms the prophecy that it will dwindle down to a small few. It will come to a point where you wouldn't even know that it still exists, as attributed to the prophet of saying that there's come a time when it was seen to have disappeared. It works that prophet. You know what I'm saying? But that's another story. I'm not going to answer any questions now. Anyway, so as time went on, the brothers found and thought, believed, and as I believe today, that it's the prophet's grand body. So they joined, make his way up the ranks. On the way up the ranks. Now, this is the story. Now listen, family. I wasn't there. This is just through my research. Let's be clear. This is just through my research. You know what I'm saying? Brother, we're gonna address the letters too. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna block you. Any antagonizer are getting blocked. Any antagonizers are getting blocked. And anybody in there, Hakeem Bey, if you see anything sense of an antagonizer, just block them. Just block them. Now check this out. Just block them. I'm just gonna block everybody. You could just call me. You can just call me Taharka Bey at yahoo.com. I'm blocking you because I'm gonna tell the story. You know what I mean? Come on, let me see. Hold up. Wait, let's see if anybody else. Let me see anybody else. Let me see anybody else. Because we're gonna tell this story. We're gonna tell this story. All right. I'm blocking anybody that appeared to be antagonizing because this is a serious issue. We got an agent and we got slander on an elder that has been going on for over 10 years. It is what it is. I'm blocking you off the break. If you want to be unblocked, if you like Moorish World TV and I did it wrong, if I did it wrong, email me and I'll unblock you. But for this show, I'm not taking nothing. Now, again, they joined the grand body. They worked their way up the ranks. Salute, Sarah. They worked their way up the ranks. So as they work their way up the ranks, they get in position. But due to this, conflict come about. Conflict come about. And the conflict come about money. always about money, embezzlement, if you will. You feel me? Conflict come about. And somebody said, what do you mean by grand body? When the Prophet Noble Drew Ali organized the institution called the Moorish Science Temple of America, the grand body is basically a body of Moors. It's the group, it's the organization that function under the title of the Moorish Science Temple of America. The grand body is just the organization. That's what by the grand body. All the members, all the sheiks and officials, that's the grand body. So anyway, let me get to the point. When these charges was alleged, they had to write up charges. They had to present charges. You just can't, in the Moorish Science Temple of America, you just can't say somebody did this and then that's just what it is. No. There are charges filed. If anybody's seen the Michael Edwards presentation, this is another reason why he's a feds, because he had a letter that you thought was a letter that wasn't a letter. Those were charges that was being filed, appeared to be filed against Bailey. Now let me say something about that letter and I'll go back to it. That letter is something. You think it's a letter. It's charges that's written up. A handwritten filing of charges in the Moorish Science Temple of America. And we're going to examine that. I got it. I got it. You know, I got the letter too. And I'm going to show you, we're going to examine that letter too. We're going to examine that. But listen to me. That's a filing of charges. One thing about that, those letters are kept in secret or top security within the movement. That is like a business giving you their business records that don't get out. So the question becomes, where did that come from? Where did that come from? It doesn't make a difference though. We're going to address it. Anyway, once these charges was being alleged, brothers was brought up on charges. And lo and behold, the split happened. And when the split happened, this rumor come about. Now, I could be off a little bit. I could be off, and I'm willing to talk to anybody about it. I could be off just a little bit the timeline, but it's in the same neighborhood. This rumor comes about. Now, one of the first rumors was that Bailey is a homosexual. That's one of the first rumors, because this was a nasty split. And as my brother Talik L said, that, and you can attest to this, any one of y'all can attest to this, that the best way to turn people against you is say the most trifling, crazy thing that you can imagine. You see? And so the rumor started from that point on. Brother D. Bailey L, as my brother Talik L said, Brother D. Bailey is old school. Oh, they just talking stuff. Whatever. He know he ain't no homosexual. He not going to go and battle them because they called him homosexual. The man like 70, 60, 70 years old, man. He not tripping off of that. He let it ride. He let it ride. And here we are here today. Now, here's the problem. Here's the problem with that. Here's the problem. We in the Moorish Science Temple of America believe this, and I'm about to share it with you. We in the Moorish Science Temple of America believes this. I'm going to share this with you real quick. We have a chapter 31 in the Moorish Science Temple of America. And in chapter 31, it says, the tongue of the licentious is dumb in her presence. Now, this is the chapter called Marriage Instructions for Man and Wife. Listen to what I'm saying, marriage instruction. But this is what it says. The tongue of the licentious is dumb in her presence, talking about a woman. The awe of her virtue keepeth him silent. When scandal is busy and the fame of her neighbors, is tossed from tongue to tongue. That's called gossip. If charity and good nature open not her mouth, the finger of silence resteth on her lips. Now I say that to say this. When scandal is busy and fame, and the fame of her neighbors is tossed from tongue to tongue, the prophet Obadiah is talking about a female remaining silent and not indulging. But what happened is a bunch of men indulged into spreading this nasty rumor. For over 10 years, men, it wasn't women. Women may have chimed in. This rumor was started by men. And men carried it. Men carried this. You follow me? Men carried this move, carried this rumor. You feel what I'm saying? This was crazy. And let me tell you something. Many of these men, many of them was made sheiks in the Adapt chamber by D. Bailey. And they called themselves sheiks and honored themselves as sheiks. Yet they carried the rumor that D. Bailey done something so horrible. If a man done something that horrible and gave me a holy ritual and made me a sheik, there's no way humanly possible that I'm going to stand on that. There's no way possible that I'm going to stand on that. Many Moors, and I'm not talking about a small portion. I'm talking about some of your favorite Moors was made sheiks, which is a sacred ritual performed by an adept. And it's an honor. It's an honor to be performed by an adept who has a lineage to the first the first appointed Supreme Grand Sheik Bailey. And to take it a step further, he's Bailey's step-grandson, meaning that Bailey married his grandmother, the first appointed Supreme Grand Sheik. And so for somebody to carry this rumor, it was a brother just in the chat say, open the line so we can tell the truth. Well, here's the truth that I want to know. Family, here's the truth. Where is the victim? I'm going to say it one more time. I want everybody press 1 with me. Michael Edwards called him a homosexual, called him a pedophile, called him a molester. Where is the victim? Press 1 if y'all hear me. Where is the victim? That's number 1. Press 1 if y'all hear me. Where is the victim? We ain't going with hearsay no more. Where is the victim? We need to see the victim. We know who started the rumor. That's water under the bridge. Where is the victim? That's all I need to know. Where is the victim? If you can show me the victim, I'll walk away right now. If we can talk to the victim, I'll walk away right now. I have no problem with it. Number 2, let's talk to the guy that started the rumor, and maybe he can produce the victim. And if the guy that started the rumor do not want to step up, then it's a done deal. It's a done deal, family. If the guy that started the rumor cannot produce the victim, a statement, corroborated, something, where the hell is the charges? Excuse me, astaghfirullah. Where the charges at? But let me share something with you. The same people that made this, accusation, they say that it happened years prior before they made the accusation. Why would they stick with them? Huh? Why would they stick with him? Man, this was a hostile takeover. No wonder when my elders found Bailey ill, it was just a few Moors with him. No wonder. They slandered this man's name, ruined his reputation in a sense. They never had a victim. They never had an impact statement. They never had nothing. Why you ain't called the daggone police? Like Mike Edwards said. Mike Edwards said he gonna call the police. Y'all some police. Call the police. A child got hurt, for God's sake. What type of Moorish American are you if you gonna tell me somebody molested or touched a child and you ain't do nothing? But what if it's just a rumor? What is it, just a rumor? So all of those that say they want to come in and tell the truth, tell the truth. If you see a man touch a little boy, why you ain't say nothing? Maybe ain't no damn boy in the first place. Why you ain't say nothing? Straight hypocrisy. And so now we got this agent that infiltrated. Now we got some agent that infiltrated the conscious community. He finds this stuff or somebody sent it to him, another agent, one of his contacts, and now he uses it to try to slander. And he used it to try to slander me when he don't even know me. My name ring bells, man. Anybody can go on my Facebook page. My Facebook page tell a story. Find Michael Edwards' Facebook page. But let's get back to it. He then shows this letter. And we're going to show this letter. Because we're going to bring it all together. He then shows this letter, right? Give me 1 second. Hold on, Taligel. Because we heating up now. Oh, yeah, we heating up now. So he then shows this letter, family. Let me find this letter real quick. We're going to heat up now. We're going to show how this provocateur ain't nothing but the police. Nothing but the police. And if y'all want to rock with them, rock with them. But after this presentation, I ain't got no rap. Say what you want. Say what you want. Just like I blocked them on my phone. Think you're going to keep contact with me talking crazy. Man, go ahead with that. Got no rap. Now, got no rap. Keep on texting my phone. I'm changing my number. I'm changing my number. Keep texting my phone. Text my phone. I don't talk to police. Now, I don't talk to police. Now, so stop calling my phone. Stop texting my phone. I mean, asking me to take a video down. Asking me to take a video down. I'm not taking no video down. You the FBI, you the FBI. Telling me, take the video down, you can get me killed. Stop acting like an FBI. Now, stop playing with me, man. Guys are phony, man. RB44, we talk about Mike Edwards, the FBI agent. We're going to get to that in a minute. We're going to get to that in a minute. Stop calling my phone. Now, it is what it is. It is what it is. Hold on 1 second, family. Hold on 1 second. Islam. Hey, bro, this ain't even about you. You ain't no agent. I got to go, brother. I got to handle this work. Brother, you got to be respectful, Si. This ain't the time. What's up, brother? Brother, right now you might say something, brother, that's going to take things to another level, brother. You notice I ain't mentioned your name, right? Hey, look, I'm gonna let SaNeter say something, and let's see how this go. I don't even care at this point. Let's go. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, brother, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, all right. All I want to say is, brother, come on, man. Let's cut this out, brother. That's
SaNeter.
Let's all cut it out, bro.
SaNeter, listen, can you hear me?
Michael Evans is not no agent, brother. You know.
All right, that's it. That's it. He's an agent. That's what it is. Now you're an agent too. You see how that is? You see how that is? I let him talk, and now he want to come and try to change the narrative. The brother is an agent, and I'm going to show in a minute. Get out of here. Get out of here. I mean, it is what it is. Now check this out. Check this out. Yeah, he's the police. Yeah, he's the police. And if SaNeter covering for him, I ain't going to say he ain't no agent. He don't know that, man. He don't know that. He don't know that, man. Anyway, made me lose my thought for a minute. Let me get my cool back. Hold up, man. Hold up, man. So listen, these people that said this thing about Bailey never produced a victim. I hear it is a victim. That's what you hear. Nobody's ever talked to him. Nobody's seen an impact statement. No, there is no court record. Nothing. Nothing. Michael Edwards, mad at me, goes in attack. Goes on the attack. I mean, goes on the attack. Watch it. Watch it. Watch this, family. Because this is the last call I'm going to take. If it ain't going the way I want, I'm hanging up. Islam. See, here we go. So listen, this is what it is. Michael Edwards, I know where I was at. Here we go. Michael Edwards, he mad at me for SaNeter. Now, to call another man gay, why is he mad at me for SaNeter? I'm going to say it again. Why is he mad at me for SaNeter? Anybody hear me? I don't know Michael Edwards. Me and SaNeter was going back and forth. Why is he mad at me for SaNeter? Islam. I ain't picking up. SaNeter, this is the last time I'm picking up, man. You disrupted my show, brother. Brother, you don't know this guy, man. You don't know this guy, brother. I'm trying to save your life. You don't know this guy. What's up, man? No, I'm not going to let you protect this police. Because I'm not going to let you defend this police on my network. Okay, all right, that's it, brother. Don't call my phone no more either. You the police too. All right, good. Don't call my phone no more because now you in cahoots with the feds. All right? Brother, don't look out for me. You know what I mean? Protect yourself 5 years when you're looking in that cell. When you're looking in that cell and he say, I'm sorry, SaNeter. Because that's how the feds do. Anyway, he trying to change the narrative. Let me tell you something. Listen to me, family. Listen to me. This is classic. SaNeter, this is what I said. This is what I said. SaNeter is the best to learn from when it comes from this YouTube thing. People get mad when I say that. People get mad when I say that. But guess what SaNeter trying to do now? I'm going to turn the phone off. Because what he's trying to do now is distract me from the narrative. That's classic. That's classic. You see what I'm saying? That's classic. But I know how these police work. Let me tell you something. Before I came a Moorish American, before I came to that understanding, I'm from the streets for real, down and dirty. Getting money, taking money, all that. I done seen it all play out. That's an old trick. That's an old trick. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, so now what happened is Michael Edwards, and this is what I want to share with you, family. This is what I want to share with you, family. Michael Edwards somehow come upon this document that everybody think is a serious document. You follow me? Michael Edwards come upon this document and says, look, We got you. Now let's read the document. To the Supreme Grand Sheik Bailey and the Supreme Grand Council of the Moorish Temple of America, Inc., 516 East 43rd Street, Chicago, Illinois. From Sister Maylene Abdullah Bey. Read the insulting, disrespectful, and physical mistreatment from Grand Governor D. Bailey Ill that I have had to contend with for the past approximately 2 years. All right. Notice this, first off. She said 2 years. Somebody changed it the 4 to 3. But she says 2 years. Who changed the 4 to 3 and why? How slow are they? That makes a difference. Number one. Who wrote this letter? Number two. Look at this 3 here and look at this 3. Those are different 3s. Who doing this? Look at this. This is 3 to 5. Somebody wrote up here. Where are the rest of the documents? Where are the rest of the documents? Number 4. Listen to this. Listen to this. This was a part of the scenario during 2002 and 2003. Now, they made the same mistake twice. Or somebody is trying to control the narrative. They made the same mistake twice, or somebody is controlling the narrative. Now, look at Michael Edwards' letter. This is the same letter. Approximately, I have had to contend with D. Bailey Ill's insults, disrespect, physical mistreatment, bumping into my left shoulder when I had arthritis in that particular shoulder on more than one occasion, and his general hostility towards me, especially since I witnessed him getting behind one of our young Moorish males on Sunday evening after one of our Sunday evening meetings. Now check this out. This is my problem with this. First of all, in anything that you may see of a letter that's official. Now let me stop and look at you in the face, family. This is not a letter. This is not a letter. This is a charging document. This is a charging document of the Moorish Temple of America. This is not a letter. This is somebody, which we call in the Moorish Temple of America, filing charges. And when you file in charges, it's handled by the grand body or the trustees, if you will. How does that slip out? Somebody wanted it to slip out to control the narrative. But who really wrote it? Family, rest in peace to the sisters. She's deceased. She's deceased. She's deceased. Who really wrote it? And how did it slip out? It's like this. If you are in a board meeting and y'all are strategizing, or y'all are reprimanding somebody, or y'all are reprimanding somebody, that stuff don't go out in the public. That's temple business. Why did it slip out? And why did it slip out? Because somebody want people to think. Somebody want people to think they slandering this brother, man. They slandering this brother. But this is the thing. This is the most important thing. How did Mike Edwards get the letter? How did Mike? Oh, no, he can't call no more. I took the battery out. You know what I mean? I'm changing my numbers tomorrow. Ain't nobody going to be able to call me tomorrow because I'm not addressing none of this. I'm changing all my numbers tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'm changing all my numbers tomorrow. Ain't nobody getting it. And whoever called, they're going to be calling from Google Voice. That's how we moving on into, that's how we moving on in the future. You know what I mean? Now, the brother said, so when we look at the letter, when we look at the letter, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. When we look in on the letter, let's examine. We're going to try to examine this letter a little bit. We're going to look at on the letter and we're going to examine. Now, Eva, first of all, this is how dumb criminals get down. It says that whoever wrote this letter, I'm not even going to attribute it to the sister. Whoever wrote this letter, it says that I had to contend for the past approximately 2 years, but 2002, and some fool changed it to 2003. Why? Because because the people that was a part of the organization that time, there was something going on, and I don't want to name no names, but why was some fool? And not only did they do it once, she say 2 years right here, or whoever wrote it say 2 years. Why would they change it to 2003? Doesn't make sense. This is supposed to be an official charging temple document during 2002 and 2003. Here we go again, right? And I said, examine this 3 next to this 3. This says 325. That's what I'm thinking it's saying. Where are the rest of the documents? Where is it? Now, also, if this been going on 2 years, why is this being reported in 2004? Huh? Because that's when the split happened. That's when the split happened. When you go down here, she said, I witnessed, or I'm not even going to attribute to the sister. Rest in peace, sis. I witnessed him getting behind one of our young Moorish males. Moorish males. One Sunday evening after our Sunday evening. Where is the rest of the letter or the charging documents? Where's the signature? Where's the results? Because see, let me tell you something. Again, this is not, like I tell you before, this is not a letter. This is a charging document for the Moorish Temple of America. You understand what I'm saying? And because it's a charging document of the Moorish Temple of America, guess what? There got to be a finding at the end. What was the end? Hey, Hakeem Bey, any antagonizers, please get them up out there. Get them up out there, because this ain't for them. So, here we go. Exactly. Maylene passed away. Rest in peace, sister. And I don't mean to put y'all in that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So the point of the matter is, let's get back to it. Thank you, J. Murray, 504. The point of the matter is, this is twofold. Where is the victim? And if you can't produce the victim, produce the one that was an eyewitness that seen this madness. Right? So we can have a talk. We can do it on Moorish TV. Let's have a talk. I'm open to talk. Let's do it on Moorish TV. Now check this out. I'm not talking to a third party. I want first-hand account, because this is a serious issue. And then the question for you would be, if you've seen this, why didn't this brother be prosecuted? And I don't believe in all that Michael Edwards stuff, but that's what y'all do. I mean, get Robin up out of here. Get her up out. Let me find her. I'm going to get up out of here. Let me find her. Give me a second. I'm going through my chat. I'm going to get up out of here, because this ain't for provocateur. This is a serious issue. This is not SaNeter TV circus. This is not a SaNeter TV circus. This is for real. Man, this elder been accused for over 10 years. Man, shout out to 4K Cannon. He met the brother, the elder D. Bailey. He met the brother. And many people in this chat met the brother, met the elder D. Bailey. So the point of the matter is that we're going to make this twofold, and then we're going to move on real quick. Where is the victim? Number one. Number two, where is the one that said they seen this? And I ain't talking about a third party hearsay, because they still alive. Number three, what was the results? Where are the charge papers? I mean, where's the charge papers at? Man, where they at? Where they at? Where the charge papers? You know what I mean? Where is it? I mean, where is it? Man, get Robin up out here, man, disturbing me. Because she's going to really get mad when I show what's going on right now. Now, we're going to the second half of the show. Anything you want to add, Brother T-Duck? I mean, T-Duck. Shout out T-Duck. They got me worked up. Talik L. Anything you want to add before I go to the second half of the show and show who this guy is, man? You unmute yourself. Yeah, you muted, bro.
Islam. All right. I do want to add just a few things before you go on to the other segment of your show. First of all, I just want to say you did a good job, sticking to the narrative and sticking to the topic. I just want to say that, like I said, a lot of people have basically camelback off of this brother to start their different bodies and movements and stuff like that and contribute. When it comes to the lineage, going back to the first Supreme Grand Sheik, Emily Ill, I cannot necessarily personally tell you anyone had tried to attach himself to, but Brother David Bailey. And as far as, like I said before, no one has come to the defense to dispel this rumor because people want to look for power. Okay. Now, for my personal experience, I can say this. I met Bailey numerous of times, talking to him on the phone. He said, Brother Talik, call me. We talk all the time, but when that rumor arrived and I had to really deal with it, I'm going to say this. Then I'm coming, people, I'm family, I'm just coming from personal investigation. I talked to two brothers. One is still within our ranks, and the other one he moved on due to ideology, but he's still a brother with us. He's a good brother, good teacher. But I talked to these two brothers, and these brothers been with Bailey Hill since their teenage years. Brother Shahiel and Brother Jones L. Those two brothers came from Indiana, joined the movement, been with this movement since they were in their teenager years. All right. And I asked both of them regarding these issues, and they'll tell you straight up that there was no signs of any type of homosexuality or pedophilia that they took notice regarding Brother Bailey Ill. And you're talking about individuals that spent hours with Bailey Ill. You're talking about individuals that probably slept at the headquarters, at some time, at a point in time with Bailey Ill. You have numerous of people that spent the night, lived at Bailey Ill's at Bailey Ill's house. Plenty of times Bailey Ill opened his door for people to live. You know what I'm saying? How come any one of them even said that they saw this and that and that? You're talking about an issue that came about around the time of the removal. So if this was a few years ago prior to the removal, how come it didn't come out then? And even when I questioned the individuals that were under those who were removed, and I said, where's the individual? They said, oh, he's so traumatized, he can't talk about that thing, But they supposedly, they presented this guy in front of their peoples at their convention. right? But okay, so why keep it in closed doors if this is a serious matter? Because you have to presume the image that this man, that Bailey Ill was removed.
But the
You
thing is
have to
this,
presume.
brother. I think. I don't mean to cut your wisdom, my brother.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mo.
No. I think for real that until they produce anything else, we ain't got nothing to talk about. You understand what I'm saying? Until they can produce the individual, until they can produce the one that said they seen something, until they can produce the results
They
of something,
can't.
we ain't got nothing else to talk about.
They
We ain't got
can't.
nothing else to talk about. And we're not
And
going
when
to
you
let,
ask, they come up with some excuse.
and
They
we're
come
not
up
going
with some excuse.
but we're done with that because we ain't gonna let Michael Edwards control the narrative and let me temple banging come on. You see
Yeah,
what
I'm
I'm
not
saying?
trying to temple bang. I'm not trying.
Because I love my brothers. I love my brothers. I love my
Right.
brothers, and I will be at my brothers. And we're gonna be together. We're gonna be together in the Shire, and we're gonna go visit our brothers. We go
Yeah.
visit them every year.
It's no.
We go
Like
to
I
Lake
said.
Shore every year.
Yeah. It's
No, that's
no
what's under the
hatred.
bridge. That's not
Like,
our
yeah, it's
people.
water on the bridge. We're not. Like I said, I apologize. I apologize for that, but I'm just saying I was just going towards. I was trying to connect the situation. That's the only time
I don't even want to
that
deal with
I heard that individual came up.
look, I
That
don't
he
want to deal
appeared.
with that, brother, because that's water under the bridge. Other people
Right.
are carrying this. They moved on. Bailey moved on. Let's just move on.
Right.
And let's not let Michael Edwards control the narrative, whereas though we get people upset and think that we coming at them. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
So
I'm not coming at that. I'm just saying that's the only time you heard the victim. You heard of the victim. That's when I was told. But
absolutely.
that
But
was
nobody
closed
knows
door.
the victim, brother. Nobody
Nobody
knows.
produced the victim,
Yeah,
but
man.
officially no.
Yeah,
Officially.
nobody knows produce the victim.
So
You know what I mean? So now check this out. I just wanted to move forward, brother, because I think I mean, you came in, I came in. There's nothing else you can say. Produce the
no.
victim, produce some paperwork, produce some charges, produce something, and we can talk about it. But anything other than that, I ain't got nothing to talk about. And I ain't arguing with any of my brothers. We move on.
No.
Matter of fact, after this show, I ain't even addressing Michael Edwards anymore. I don't care if you make 20 videos tonight. I don't care.
Hey man, they
Want.
know I'm probably get on Facebook. They want to holler at me, man. You can holler at me anytime, man. I'll speak to anybody about this, but whatever. But yeah, I'll move on.
So now, family, what I want to do is I want to show y'all why I think this guy is an FBI informant. The reason why I think this guy is an FBI informant is because he showed the classic signs. He showed classic signs. First of all, family, I'm gonna do what I did earlier. I don't know how fast this machine is gonna work. Now, people would say that, well, Michael Edwards is a common name. Hold up, before I screen share, I want to see what people say. Now, people would say that Michael Edwards is a common name, right? But he's telling us that he's a classic trained pianist. Hey, family, I want y'all to walk with me on this one. Michael Edwards says he's a classic trained pianist. He said he produced or worked with Little Flip. He says that he has a congregation out west, and he's a clergy. Do you think we should be able to Google and find this guy somewhere with all those credentials? Press 1 if you think so, yes or no. 2 for no, 1 for yes. He's a classic trained professional pianist. He's produced or worked with Little Flip. He has a congregation. He has a congregation that he teaches. And he's clergy. Shouldn't we be able to find him somewhere? Only 2 people said no. So y'all outruled. Because if you got all of these credentials, you should be able to be found somewhere. Especially if you're a clergy. We're reaching out a perfecto. Oh, no. It's possible to not. I agree, Perfecto, but check this out, Perfecto. When you are a clergy, your job is to engage the public. When you have a congregation, your job is to engage the public. Why can't we find him nowhere but on YouTube? Why can't we find him nowhere on YouTube arguing with people? Huh? Why? Where's his Facebook page? He want to engage the pot. He want to engage the public. Where's his Facebook page? Where's his Twitter page? He's a clergy, for God's sakes. He's a clergy. Let's stop playing, man. This guy's the clergy for the federale, man. We need to stop playing, man, and stop putting our people and our children in danger. Gaming. I'm not playing with the police no more. I was dancing with them a little bit until, look, I'm going to tell you how I found out. I used to watch his videos, and I thought they was hilarious. Even the ones he made about me, I even laugh about some of them. Yeah, Ray A. I get that, Ray A, but guess what? I seen you in the A, Ray A. I seen you in the A, Ray A. You gave me your number, Ray A. I know you personally, Ray A, to a degree. Now check this out. I used to laugh at his video, right? And check this out, though. And I wanted him to come on the show one time to do a commentary about the state of the conscious community. You feel me? And in my research, further research, I seen that video. Oh, my fault, Ray A, my fault. Salute. I thought you was my other guy, Ray A. My bad, Ray A. I thought that was you, my bad. Anyway, my fault. But check this out. So, the thing is this, or know someone that knows us. Absolutely, Perfecto, somebody knows you. Check this out. When I did further research on the brother, I seen him snitching on somebody or getting mad. But now the spirit, see, we're in the Moorish Temple of America. We can follow the soul of a thing. You know what I mean? We can follow the spirit of a thing. And most spiritual people, or people that have some insight on the creator, on inner workings of the spiritualities of self, you can feel people's spirit. You can feel it. You may don't like the person, but you can feel it. So on this thing, he says that you're going to give my address out. You're going to show my wife. I called the feds. And I'm saying to myself, you are playing these YouTube games, and now you want to change the rules because somebody is taking it to another level. Stop playing these YouTube games. Stop playing the YouTube games. That solves the problem. You know what I mean? That solves the problem. Stop playing the YouTube games. Don't talk about calling the feds. Why are you talking about calling the feds? He says, because I have family, I have children. Stop playing YouTube games. Tend to your family. But that ain't what he's going to do. That ain't what he's going to do. What he's going to do is he's trying to start confusion. He's trying to start confusion. And the reason why he's starting confusion, because that's what he get paid to do. That's what he get paid to do. So now we're going to go into, and we're going to look into what it looks like to start confusion. So family, first of all, within the last 10 days, and I'm going to try to blow this up for you. Within the last, let me see. I just did this yesterday. So I want you to pay attention real quick. Within the last few days, this is what he did. Pay attention. Within the last few days, not right there. Within the last few days, This is how many videos. Hold up. This is how many videos. I want to put it somewhere else. I want to put this somewhere else so you can really see it. Let me put this somewhere else so you can really see it. Let me put this somewhere else so you can really see it. Hold up. I want to put this somewhere else so you can really, really see it and get my point of what I'm saying. So look, within the last few days, this is how many videos he made about me. Now check this out. I want y'all to follow me because I did this earlier and I'm going to do it again. Okay. I'm going to go up here. Okay, here we go. Taharka Bey. Now this started when my brother Roy Bey left House of Consciousness. He says this. And you know, SaNeter was hurt by that. You know, that's like a smack in the face for SaNeter that a Moor leave him that he thought was under his control and spell. Taharka Bey and Company totally exposed, extended version. That's when it started, 3 days ago. Taharka Bey, it must be true that Muslims, but I'm going to just count for you. You can go to his channel and count yourself because I ain't got time to play with him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When we stop at 8, let me show you what we get. Taharka Bey, Moorish World TV threatens RBG Hebrew. You know what that means? He's leaving the calling card. This is his calling card. He threatened me 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 in 3 days. You know what that means? That means that the brother is going to do what it takes to do his best to control any type of narrative that he can control. You follow me? You see? So that's number one. Why do one make a bunch of videos like that? I could care less. Don't bother me. It don't bother me that he making 100 videos. Don't bother me. But the point of the matter is, for 3 days, you made 12 videos. Are you really a pianist? Are you really a classically trained pianist? Or again, are you this guy right here sitting at the computer all day scheming as to what is going on in the conscious community? Are you the cyber agent? Because the only account you have that we understand and know is YouTube. And ever since you've been on YouTube, you have been doing nothing but harassing any and everybody. You started out with the Hebrew war machine. I don't know what happened with that. And that's not my business. Shout out to my brother Lex. Shout out to my brother Nasi. But, hey, it's not my business about that. But I know ever since the Hebrew war machine, you have been up to nothing but FBI, COINTEL, informant type work. Let's move on. So that's what he demonstrates on. Now, he has put up 5 more since then. He has put up 5 more since then. Why? Family. I'm going to tell you why. The reason why he puts that up, because not only is it a calling card and if we would call a paper trail, but it's an electronic trail. If something was to happen to him, it's an electronic trail. Man, come on, man. How many people here from the streets, man, and seeing how back in the day we used to call them knockers? Come on, man. Okay, now let's go on. Let's move on real quick, and let's keep it moving. We looking good. We looking good. We making progress just like I thought. Let's move on to the next. the next demonstration, because I want to show you, family, that we got to watch out for this mess. We definitely got to watch out for this mess. Okay. So look, this was the second slide that I was going to show, whereas though he added quite a few more videos. All right, here we go. Now, we're going to start over this count real quick. We're going to start over. So he added 2 more videos from the last slide that I showed you. 2 more. So that was the first slide I showed you. This is the second. And he added, if I'm not mistaken, let me see. We're gonna get it accurate. Okay. Taharka Bey right here. Okay. What he added was 1, 2, 3, 4. Taharka Bey. Now let's go up here. Hold up. Let's go up here. Yep, he added 4 more videos since then. And I just copied this yesterday. Added 4 more videos. He's trying to make a trail. So let's look. Let's look, family. Walk with me real quick. We're going to learn how to spot an informer. How to spot an undercover agent infiltrator. Let's read. A law enforcement officer who uses an assumed name or fake identity to infiltrate a movement or organization to gather information or evidence. In a political infiltration cases, an agent would typically pose as a sympathizer. He came in as the RBG Hebrew. That way he can come in and be around the red, black, and green and be with the Hebrew. He don't know enough about Moorish science due to the fact that he called Supreme Grand Sheik Bailey, the Grand Sheik, my Grand Sheik, when it's not the case. You know, I'll correct you now. He's not my Grand Sheik. He's the Supreme Grand Sheik of the Moorish Science Temple of America, the leader of the free world, if you will. My Supreme Grand Sheik. Anyway, secondly, he was calling the temple a lodge. We don't do anything in a lodge. We go to the Moorish Science Temple of America. So the point that I'm making, he doesn't know nothing about the Moorish Science Temple of America, but it's easy to get in with the Hebrew groups because there are a lot of different Hebrew groups, and he can just say that. However, his family is not Hebrew. That was already disclosed online. His family don't believe as he believes. That's number one. And he makes the statement to say that he don't forces his wife, or he don't want his wife to be like that. That's what he said. I don't want my wife covered up. What is you talking about? I don't believe that your wife has to be covered up to be a Hebrew. I think Zion Lex on the male side is one of the sharpest dressing Hebrews I ever met. Real talk. And I mean, amongst many others. But I'm just saying, Lex got a little bit style like I got. You know what I mean? And I ain't talking, Raphael, you my guy too. All y'all my guy, but you get what I'm saying. Lex be, you know what I mean? He be blinged up sometimes. But what I'm saying is, but there's no prerequisite. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, he addressed that. But look, so it says that in political, an agent would typically pose as a sympathizer to a particular organization, gain trust of its key members. You see? Gain trust of its key members. And then use this access to gather confidential information to pass to the investigative agency. He went at SaNeter, and now he buddy with SaNeter. He actually said one time in a video that SaNeter going to have to break some of that bread off to me. I don't know if that was the motivation. I doubt it. A secondary objective may be to lay the groundwork for a second investigation. This is how he come in contact with me. Well, you ain't investigating me because I'm cutting you off. I'm done with you. To lay a secondary investigation, meaning that he came in to the YouTube community to see what's popping, see what's going on, and now he's going to try to get into other organizations or other social groups so he can report back and see what's going on. This is how it comes off to me. Undercover agents typically concoct a cover story as detailed as the assignment requires, as well as basic biography. Again, basic biography. I'm from Louisiana. I live out west. I play the piano. and a plausible story covering past and present activities. Nobody knows this man's story. Piano player, where is his piano? Or shows, or credits? Where is it? Where is it? Informant, individuals who are not employed as law enforcement agents who provide law enforcement agents with information, often in exchange for money. An informant ordinarily has previous involvement in and more intimate knowledge of the movement or organization that agents are investigating. Hold up, my bad. So look. So it say law enforcement recruits informants and cooperating witness from the ranks of people already active within the movements and organizations being targeted. Go somewhere and find him with a picture with anybody in the so-called conscious community. And if it is, that don't mean nothing either, but you won't find many. The government often threatens these individuals with charges, carry massive jail time, offering not to file in exchange for a promise to inform on others in the movement. Undercover agents, on the other hand, use false pretenses from the beginning of their association with any movement or organization. This is Mike. Now follow his electronic trail. Follow his electronic trail and see who you're dealing with. You know what I mean? Follow his electronic trail. I'm telling you, follow his electronic trail. You follow me? Let's move on. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Because we're going to teach this lesson. This is a lesson for the people. You know what I mean? And then after that, we ain't dealing with this guy no more. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. We ain't dealing with him. It's a wrap. So look, next slide. Ernest Withers, Martin Luther King, friend and photographer, was an FBI informant. Ernest Withers, who was trusted by civil rights leaders to sit in on strategy meetings and to spy on black activists and white radicals. He was Martin Luther King's friend. Martin Luther King must have imagined that the man with the camera so often by his side doing no more than recording history, but it has been revealed that Ernest Withers, who was on the hand to capture King, riding newly desegregated buses, and the shock of the civil rights leader allies, was also FBI informer. See, SaNeter ain't gotta like me. If this guy can outwit Martin Luther King, and now we in 2017, you don't think their tactics are more elaborate? The double life, listen to this, the double life of one most celebrated photographer of the civil rights era was exposed by the Commercial Appeal newspaper in Memphis, which reported that Withers passed on photographs to the FBI along with names and background information of activist details and schedules. See what the people saying. See what the people saying, man. This is the real deal, man. This is the real deal, man. You know what I mean? This is the real deal, man. This is the real deal, man. Y'all think I'm just doing this because for some YouTube views? Not doing this for no YouTube views. Not doing this for YouTube views. I'm telling you who you're dealing with. Google the guy right now. Family, Google him right now. Google him. Google him. SaNeter talk about he ain't no informer. Do he realize that Martin Luther King said the same thing about the guy? And this guy is the one that leaned over Martin Luther King and checked his pulse when they shot him. Come on, man. Do the math, man. Be more wise, man. Be more wise, man. Okay, here we go. Next slide. Now, Withers, who was a police officer before becoming a photographer and died 3 years. I'm going to get this done by 10:30. In 3 years. 3 years ago, age 85, documented the civil rights movement from the beginning, covering pivotal movements such as the murder of Emmett Till. Look what he covered. Emmett Till. He was an informant. Emmett Till. He was reporting. And the Little Rock school integration shut down. He was an informant. Look at Mike's face. We got you, Mike. He came to be so familiar and so trusted. Y'all hear me? He came to be so familiar and so trusted, and other leaders that he set in on strategy. Set in on strategy meetings. Don't tell that man your plan, SaNeter. Records released under the Freedom of Information request show that from at least 1968 and possibly earlier, he spied on not only Black civil rights activists, but Catholic priests who supported Memphis-wide strike sanitation workers and political candidates, recording car numbers, plates for FBI. Look at that grin. Withers also helped the Bureau to break a militant Black group called the Invaders, which had the following in Memphis in late 1960. He was a perfect source for them. The Pulitzer Prize winner, historian of the era, David Garrow, told the Commercial Appeal, he could go anywhere with a perfect, obvious professional purpose. Look how confident and arrogant this guy is. Withers was identified by the newspaper after FBI failed to block out his name on a number of documents related to the agency spying on civil rights released under the Freedom of Information Act. It's Brother David Hill and the flock. This is David Bailey Hill right here. And the flock of Moors. I'm right here. Chilling. That's where I'm at. I'm right here. That's right. That's your brother right here. So it says, the FBI was fixed on King. The then Attorney General Robert Kennedy advised it to spy on a civil rights leader. And the FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover went so far to bug King in bed. Andrew Young, a former mayor of Atlanta, said activists had been aware that they were closely watched by FBI, although no one suspected Withers was an informant. No one suspected Withers as a informant. I always liked him because he was a good photographer and he was always around. He said, I don't think King would have minded him taking a little more money on the side. One of Withers' sons, listen to this is how deep it gets. One of Withers' sons, Rome, who was also a photographer, said he had been unaware that his father worked for the FBI. Even his son didn't know. And SaNeter going to tell me that he ain't an informer? This man's son didn't know, but said it did not diminish his work documenting the civil rights movement. He had been harassed, beaten, shot at. He was a victim. He told the Commercial Appeal. At that time, when you are only Black on the scene, you are an intimidating. But so listen, just because this guy that went through some things, that doesn't mean he's not an informant. He been shot, beaten, everything, and still was reporting. SaNeter got the nerve to tell me that this guy is not an informant. Do electronic trace on this brother. See who is he. See who he is. You can do mine if you want to. It don't matter. Go to my Facebook page. My whole family there. I mean, go there. Let's go to the next slide. I want to go to a few more real quick, family. Now, on this one, we are going to examine the same thing in the Nation of Islam. It says, through technical surveillance and top informants, the FBI discovered tension between Malcolm X and high-ranking laborers in the NOI hierarchy. Malcolm crisscrossed the country, giving lectures, appearing on talk shows at a time when the messenger's health was deteriorating. The national representative was press favorite, and although Malcolm always emphasized that he was only a student of Elijah Muhammad's, he overshadowed his teacher in some respect. Malcolm's fame caused envy among the laborers, a jealousy that the Bureau capitalized on. So they look for weaknesses. They look for it. His is me and SaNeter's, but that ain't no weakness, because I'm going to bust SaNeter over his head next week probably. But for right now, I'm going to leave him alone. Release files show. Now listen to this, family. Release files show that a number of FBI informants infiltrated the NOI. A number, including at least one close enough to the messenger to be given the private number to his secret hideout and to be able to discuss domestic questions with him and his wife. Now, I'm going to stop right there. SaNeter got the nerve to tell me that this brother ain't no agent. You feel me? SaNeter got the nerve to tell me that he ain't no agent. He ain't no agent. This brother got next to Elijah Muhammad. He got next to Elijah Muhammad. Enough to know where his secret hideout was at. And he was an FBI informant. This guy has no trace of who he is. None. Again, you can go to my Facebook page and you will know who I am. And if you got any questions, inbox me. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do is inbox me. Got you. Let's go to the final few. I don't want to keep you too long because I'm going to take some questions. Let's do this. I want y'all to see how this works. Y'all working with me? Let me check the audience. Let me check the family real quick. Let me check the family out real quick because I can keep going. You know what I mean? Islam family, press 1 if y'all with me. Y'all want to keep hearing this presentation? You know what I mean? Because I want y'all to know what y'all looking for. You know what I mean? I want to know what y'all looking for. Press 1 if y'all want to continue this presentation. Press 2 if enough is enough. I mean, press 1 if y'all want to continue hearing this presentation. I'm going to go with the numbers. Press 2 if enough is enough. All right. Because I got some more that I want to share. So we know what to look for. You know what I mean? All right. There we go. All right, here we go. Let's find out what to look for. So my next thing is this. Hey, bro, I do homework on this, man. I ain't got time to make 3 or 4 videos. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make 1. Ask Sankofa. Ask Shock Utmost. Come on, man. Stop playing, man. We're gonna do this like it's supposed to be done. We're gonna do it like a G. Now, here we go. Let's do it. All right, now. SaNeter watching this. Shout out to SaNeter, man. Learn your lessons, man. Find out who you're working with. Be careful. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and let this play right now.
Between 16 and...
Are y'all ready? Hold up, my bad. Let me turn it up. All right.
Between 16 and 21 of us came together, and we were talking about forming a black political party, right? And I went to Queen Mother. She had formed the African American Party of National Liberation in 1963, which had gone defunct, and I asked her, could we use the party concept? And she lived within walking distance of our apartment, and she said, yeah. So when Stokely emerged as the leader of the SNCC formation of the Lowndes County Freedom Organization, which had the concept of the Black Panther Party, I wrote him a letter asking if we could form a Northern support group. So he sent word for us to go ahead. So we formed the New York Black Panther Party. Now, obviously, this alarmed Hoover. All right, because it was an alliance between the North and the South. Right? And this is when the agents, you know, came in. McKinley Welsh told me in 1967 that they had no way to infiltrate until we formed the Black Panther Party. Right? And he was assigned to me, he was assigned to Malcolm. He had been secretary of Mosque number 7. Right. And he was assigned to leave Mosque number 7 with Malcolm. He was a Bureau of Secret Service agent. All right. And he infiltrated the OAAU. Now, he told me in 1967 that there were so many agents inside the OAAU that they didn't know who was who. All right, from so many different agencies, right? Like McKinley Welsh became the treasurer of the Black Panther Party. He would give misreports about, you know, myself and other people. Hoover had a secret session of Congress, which wasn't, you know, it wasn't reported on TV or in the paper that I saw. Closed session of 2 houses stating I was planning guerrilla warfare in the United States. James Foreman has in his book, The Rising Tide or something, you know, he says that 1,000 activists were picked up in 1967. Hoover had come on TV and said I was the most dangerous man in America. All right. And so the guy said, what does it mean? All right. So, you know, like, I knew that I didn't have much longer. And so within that year came the assassination plot, came the poison plot, came the riot plot, you know, I mean, you know, like just, you know, hits, you know, on everybody. You know, I mean, they just swooped up maybe about 30 or 40 guys, people, men and women, right? You know, young people, right? In Philadelphia. So the guys tell me that the feds said that they were letting me out to round up everybody. And that anybody who was around me was going to be swooped up. We didn't control the news media, you know, I mean, they could encourage any kind of thing, you know. Progressive Labor had put it out in Cuba that, you know, I was playing with Robert down there, with Robert, planning guerrilla warfare and planning to kill all whites. That we did not talk about, you know, killing all.
That's right. So here we go. Let me stop right there. So what I wanted to show right there is that this game is not new. This game is not new. You feel what I'm saying? This game is not new. I mean, Jay Murray, 504. That's right, my brother. You know, we know the 504 ain't going for that. So this game is not new, is what I'm trying to tell y'all, family. So let's go to the next slide. This game is not new at all. You know, we get to see that it's a rerun. And all we got to do is follow the narrative and we be straight. But you know what? We want to trust too many people. You know what I mean? We let any and everybody come in. And I'm going to give you another example. We let any and everybody come in. And that's the fatal mistake. You know what I mean? No need to let any and everybody come in. William O'Neill. Anybody familiar with William O'Neill? He was a part of the Black Panthers. You know what I mean? Now, it says, information got forth in Chicago letter and letterhead, a memorandum of 11/31/69 reflects legally purchased firearms at 2 337 East Monroe Street, Chicago. And detail editor. This brother was buying arms, but check this out. Let's see what there go my brother Dale Bay. Let me bring this up. So this brother was amongst SaNeter Watcher Circle. This brother was amongst the Black Panthers right here, William O'Neill. Unfortunately, what I have learned, not everyone is true. Not everyone really cares. And not everyone that looks like you has the same interest. Be mindful who you support and donate to. Some folks just like riding the Black empowerment wave for material gain with no real care for the community. William O'Neill was with Fred Hampton. Got him hemmed up. That's Arnell Bay with the sheep. That's Bailey L that they're accused of. The elder. This is what they're accusing here of this mess. This is my brothers from North Carolina with the elder. The elder is well loved. Shout out to my brother Sheik 7. You know, all my brothers from down North Carolina. I can't think of the temple right now because my mind is right on this. But shout out to all the Moors from North Carolina, man. Came up to visit the elder, you know. Look at the elder right here. You know, he don't worry about this stuff. He don't respond to this stuff. I'm responding for him. There go Dolo the Moor everybody talk about. Shout out to my brother, Armando, man. That's my guy, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Moors. Shout out to little Armando. Peace and love, man. So, you know what I mean? Kenyu Bay. Shout out to Kenyu Bay, man. Here go Terrence right here. Brother Talik, you know. This brother right here, great researcher. Edwards L, right there. Dangerville, shout out. Supreme Grand Secretary, Supreme Grand Governor, you know what I mean? Shout out to all the Moors. You know, these man, come on, man. There they go again. Those 3 researchers that wrote that big book I be holding up. These are part of the research team right here. This is the whole research team right here that wrote. I'll show you in a second. Let me see what else I got. That's my assistant Grand Sheik is right here. Sister M. Brown Bay. You know what I mean? That's right. That's right. Shaking the brother hand. It's my assistant right here. I mean, I don't put my temple business out like that. You know what I mean? Because temple business for temple business. But these brothers here are some of the greatest researchers within the Moorish world, hands down. Hands down. These 3 brothers are my elders, my friends, and my brothers. Hands down. You know, so people don't know where I come from, what I do, what I believe. But if you stick around, you'll get it. You know what I mean? When you stick around, you'll get it. You know what I mean? This is some of the research right here that's not even released yet. This is some of the research. Let me show you. This is the research that traces the genealogy. You see that? See if my camera can pick it up. You see that? This is the research. This is the research. This is the research. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. It is what it is, family. So what I need to say is this. What I need to say is this, family, and I don't want to keep you too long. First of all, it was straight slander. From the beginning, they slandered the elder. From the beginning, they slandered the elder. When I got into conflict with SaNeter, SaNeter put the gun in his hand and he starts to shoot like a blind man. You don't know me, brother. You're not mad at me. You can't get me with these informant tactics. Because I'm telling you, my number's going to be changed tomorrow. Yep. I'm not responding to your videos. You can say what you want. Let me tell you what you can do. You call me a homosexual. You call me a pedophile. You can call me, what else? Molester. Any of those things that you think is going to agitate and start something. You call me whatever you want. But the point of the matter is, I do not fight with agents, police, informants, and I'm not going to argue with you no more. Now, we can have a talk about this if you want to talk about the charges alleged against Bailey L, and you bring the proper proof. Don't bring somebody talking, I heard this and I heard that. Don't bring a disgruntled Moor that looked like he 3 shades in the wind talking about, I seen it. Don't do that. Bring whoever you want, but just make it legit. But from this point on, I'm not responding to you. There is no need. There is no need. They can go back. See, this is how law works. All of these years, this thing has been lingering. And Michael Edwards and SaNeter helped me to deal with it. And they didn't even know it. This thing has been lingering for years with no victim, no file, no charges filed, no statement, no impacts, no nothing. No nothing. And the good thing about it is that a Moorish American didn't get disgruntled, and then I would have to go up against a Moorish American. I probably would have left it alone, actually, because I ain't fighting no Moors. We got a world, a Moorish world to build. I'm not fighting no Moors. Done with that. You know, and I don't want nobody, I don't want anybody to fight one another. You know what I mean? We can have a disagreement, but we don't have to fight. But we should have a disagreement on the philosophical approaches of life. Not having a disagreement on you calling me a name like you're a little child or something. Come on, man. But let me tell you this. So this here creates a new era of time. Now, and I hope SaNeter is watching, because I'm about to break it down to you. This here starts a new era of time now. We're going to bring in more scholars. We're going to bring in more information. We're going to be able to get books to you. The website is almost done. And I'm going to share with you. We're going to get more books to you. Published by my brother Heru Beniciel. This is a questionnaire, updated version. I'm going to get a stock of these books from my brothers. This is Sheik Brown L from the ATL, by the way, of Baltimore. We're going to go and review these books and this serious information. This is another book by Heru Beniciel. This is another book by Sheik Charles Brown L. We're going to review these books. It's a book by Chambers L. Hold up. Hold up. This is a book by my spiritual teacher, advisor. Who is he? Azim Hopkins Bey. This is a book by Sheik Thomas Bey. I know all these brothers. They're great researchers. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Check this out. I'm talking about on the channel, King Shabaka. We already organized it on the ground, brother. Get with me. Taharka Bey at yahoo.com. We building the community here right after what I want to say, convention. October. We on the ground. We on the ground. We on the ground. Here's another book, Heru Beniciel. We're going to teach you some real stuff. Moorish literature. And this book here, I have to get republished. I have to get the brother to get this republished. Y'all will love this book. Moorish questionnaires and commentaries by now Sheik. He wasn't a Sheik when he wrote this. Chambers L. And so that's what we're going to be doing. That's what we're going to be doing. That's what we're going to be doing. Period, point blank. So that's just what it is, family. And I want y'all to understand that we're going to be teaching the people. We got a lot of stuff that's coming up. I'm telling you that we're not going to deal with these provocateurs. We're not going to deal with these agents. Me and SaNeter might go back and forth in the future, but we're going to bring it back to like it used to be. It used to be fun until he got dirty with this agent. I don't know, because I disagree with some of SaNeter ways, but I don't dislike SaNeter. I think SaNeter is needed in the community. I just think he needs to tighten up. I just think he needs to tighten up. I think me and SaNeter could get together on the ground in Harlem and maybe build something in Harlem for the community up there. He knows my profession. You know what I mean? We don't need to go at each other all the time. You know, and I want to say this, man. Listen, I want to say this, man. We need to all get together and build in our community. You feel me? We need to get together and build in our community. I want to spend a special shout out to my brother, man. Let me pull him on. Let me pull him up here real quick. Let me pull him up here real quick. Let me pull him up here real quick. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can pull him up real quick and share who I'm talking about with y'all, man. Let me tell you something. I want to share. I hope y'all stick around for 1 second. Hope y'all stick around for 1 second because this means a lot to me. I would be remiss if I did not say this and give my brother the honor and the honor that's due. You know what I mean? So I gotta do what I gotta do. First of all, I want y'all to watch. First, y'all, I want y'all to watch or check this out. Know Thyself Radio. You know what I'm saying? You can catch it every Monday at 6:30. You follow me? Every Monday at 6:30. Number 2. Hold on 1 second. Number 2. Let me share this with you. This is my brother right here. I'm about to share it with you. See that? Azim Hopkins Bey.
Islam.
Azim Hopkins Bey. You follow me? But that's not the one I was looking for. So what I'm going to do is I want to take this down. I want to take this down and show you what I was looking for. That wasn't what I was looking for. That's Azim Hopkins Bey. I'll use this one. So here you go right here on the trek. I will be reporting when we're going to do this trek real soon. And if anybody can meet it, whether can be there, whether you Moorish, American, proclaimed or not, I'm telling you, it's an experience that you will not forget. I mean, it's a lesson. You're going to learn a history lesson. You are going to learn how this slavery thing got into, how it came into effect, how these names, Negro, black, and colored, how we got hit with all this madness. You know, Brother Hopkins Bey. Let me see if I can get me one more shot of my brother real quick. Because like I said, I want to share something with you. Want to share something with the family real quick about what happened, what had happened. You know what I mean? So I guess that's good. Y'all know who Hopkins Bey is. I guess y'all do. Do y'all? Let's see. I guess that's a good picture. Whatever. Let me see. Ali's Man Radio. Let me see. Now, I gotta get a better picture. I can't do this. I gotta get a better picture of my brother. Period, point blank. I gotta get a better picture. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Gotta get a better picture of my brother if I'm able to. Man, shout out to T-Hop, man. Shout out to T-Hop Bey, man. That's my brother too. Shout out to her. That's the best. That's the best chairman that you ever want to meet, man. That's the guy. That's my brother right there, man. Shout out. Let's do this. I can't find the picture for nothing. I'm gonna find it real quick. Anyway, that's T. Hopkins Bey. Shout out to the brother. For all the great works he do in the Philadelphia area. That's a beautiful brother right there. If you're ever in the temple in the Philadelphia area, you should be trying to visit temple number 11 and make it do what it do. You know what I mean? Make it do what it do, man. Learn them holy and divine lessons. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Learn those holy and divine lessons. Here we go. Let's do this. This is my brother right here. Let me open the file location.
I want to invite those who are not members of the Moorish Scientific America to come join the Moorish Scientific America, because there is no greater organization I can think of that's greater than the Moorish Scientific.
All right, let me share this with y'all real quick, because I'll be remiss if I didn't share this. Azim Hopkins Bey. There you go. Open file location. Okay, here we go. I'm about to share this with y'all real quick. This is my brother. I gotta share it. I gotta share it.
I want to invite those who are not members of the Moorish Scientific America to come join the Moorish Scientific America, because there is no greater organization I can think of that's greater than the Moorish Scientific America. It's not Moorish, and there's no place I'd rather be than the Moorish Scientific America. It's not Moorish. This is the Moorish divine national movement. If you got questions, we got answers. It's not Moorish. There are many questions that theologians are wrestling with, such as, if God is such a wonderful God, why does evil exist? Well, guess what? We got the answer to Moorish Scientific America. Because we are taught without a thorough soldier never knows his strength. And thought must be developed by the exercise of strength. So I can honest to the lower self. Man has two selves. A higher self and a lower self. And you have the lower self for a reason. And praise Allah, every victim of the self, guess what? Praise Allah. Praise Allah. Allah is the greatest. Gotta be real with each other. It's not more. We gotta live with each other. We gotta learn to love instead of hate. So young people say, keep it 100. The feeling they say, keep it a buck. Well, if you want to keep it real, you gotta know yourself. See, the glory and the shame of this place. Many of our young people think being mean and disrespectful is being real. No, love and that's being real. That's why you gotta know yourself. And in the Moorish Scientific America, you're gonna learn that man is not the body nor the soul, he is the spirit and a part of Almighty God and Allah. So being in your higher self, no, that's being real, no. When you're not in your higher self, that's being fake. That's being fake. That's being fugazi. Just being safe. We learn how to be ourselves. How to get to uplift the Moorish marriage by teaching them to be themselves. We learn how to be ourselves in the Moorish Scientific America. And praise Allah for everything. I divine us to everything that was demonstrated. That's Allah. I'm like, God, my tongue. God, my tongue. Because I want to give the Lord's blessings to home. Because God knows.
Islam. So I wanted to play that for a second. I wanted to play that, family, due to the fact that that brother was called by SaNeter to ask me to stop coming at him. And at first I said, well, okay, I'll stop. You see what I'm saying? And after I thought about it, I said, man, SaNeter, he gonna take a swing and then wave the white flag and say, let's have a peace. We went to talk on the show and it didn't go too well. Then after that, he goes hard and talking all of this stuff that's unfounded for 2 hours. The moment that he come down, he called my brother, Azim Hopkins Bey, and my brother called me and said, brother, what's going on? And, you know, I go through the whole spill, and the brother, in his passionate Moorish way, said, brother, leave it alone. We must learn to love instead of hate. And I had to wrestle with myself. Whether should I do it, do the show, or do not do the show, and I decided to do the show. But I did it in the mildest form that I could do, because out of respect to my brother. It doesn't. The thing is this: is that we as Moorish American must learn to love instead of hate, man. That's the end. At the end of the day. But when people come to me as an aggressor, you already know what it is. You already know what it is. You know what I mean? Your shirt shows the Masonic handshake. That's our symbol. I can show you on the walls of Kemet. I can show you on the walls of Kemet, Calla Kelly. That's ours. They took that, okay? Europeans created nothing. Nothing. Stop giving them credit. Stop believing the stuff that you hear, sis or brother. I'm going to get you some real information. And I'm going to give you references. Whether it be the signs, whether it be the symbols or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I want to thank my brother Azim Hopkins Bey for his efforts behind the scenes, trying to keep the peace amongst us. And as I said, as long as these brothers don't say nothing that will compel me to respond, then I'm going to leave it alone from this day forward. But if they come aggressively, then I will respond. As I said, Michael Edwards, he can make 20 videos. He can have people slander me all day. After you get to 10 videos, I'll respond. So we're going to count from today, August the 10th. He got to have 10 videos before I respond. When he got 10 videos, I will respond. But less than 10, I'm not saying nothing. He got to have 10 more. That's it. You got to have 10 more videos, man. If you don't have 10 videos, I'm not responding. And that's just what it is. He can have videos, people saying this. If you don't got it from the horse's mouth, if you don't got concrete evidence, if you don't got any of that, he's just talking, I'm not responding. Because it's silly at this point to argue with the police. You feel what I'm saying? It's silly at this point to argue with the police. So I'm going to wrap this up in 1 second, family. Let's wrap it up. Y'all ready to wrap it up? Huh? Let's wrap it up like that. Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up like this. Y'all feel me? Let's go.
These guys, man. Oh, tapping, misrepresenting the lessons. Yeah, you screaming like power, but what the hell is the progression? Tapping, misrepresenting the lessons. Yeah,
we did it again.
What the hell is the progression?
We did it again. Oh, praise be to Allah. Tapping, just like your brain, your face. You keep screaming like, oh, but then he's busting the crazy. Silly, steady, he yelling, he do a whole lot of cussing. You be talking all loud, but ain't saying nothing. Tell you bang on the beat, but he don't bang on the street. Yeah, he bang on the mic and charge you for a seat. Let's beat what they say and then beat by they roll. Shaka put on his makeup and say they powder his nose. And you gotta be kidding me, talking about my fans. They're rocking that Remy and says that he a cocaine. I call him Remy and Coke. Hold on. Let's break it down. Anybody who wants the flow and go? Who wants the flow and go of Hotep? Press one if we can get the flow and go and Hotep and get out of here. We're gonna get the flow and go of Hotep. If people want the flow and go of Hotep, I got a few minutes on my hand. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Who want the flow and go of Hotep? Let's break down Hotep. You know what I mean? Let's break down the lyrics of Hotep. Flow and go. Y'all ready? Can I get a one? Anybody want that? Or just let it play? Let it play with the flow and go. Flow and go is when I'm going to express it, play it, and then express it. Who want the flow and go? Anybody heard the words? Can I get a one? Press one. Two for no. Okay. All right. We're going to let it flow then. All right. That's right, Megalodon. We ain't arguing with the police. We ain't arguing with the police. No, sir. All right. Check out. We're going to Hotep it. All right, here we go. Check it out.
These guys, man. Tapping, misrepresenting the lessons. Yeah, you screaming like power, but what the hell is the progression? Tapping, misrepresenting the lessons.
They be screaming like power, but where the hell is the progression? Tapping.
And y'all falling for this?
Check it out.
Come on, man. Boy, stand up.
It say, Hotepin, Hotepin. We talking about Shaka. But like your braids, you fake. You keep screaming black power, but you ain't busting the grape. Silly said he be yelling. He do a whole lot of cussing. He be talking all loud, but I ain't saying